Hi, this is P R Sundar. Welcome to this special episode where I am going to talk about two stocks for long-term investments. Recently, I came out with a video saying that Nifty is likely to go to 25,000 in the year 2025. And then, if you share that vision, then what stocks you can buy to benefit some long-term investment benefits. And few things before starting my suggestion, and people, the trolls come and tell, how can you advise, how can you tell the shares, this and that. So let me tell you, the SEBI regulation says that, for running an investment advisory, you need a SEBI license. So this is not an investment advisory. So investment advisory means people taking some money from you and suggesting the stocks to buy. So here we don't take any money from you, so therefore it is not considered as investment advisory. So this is the message for trolls. Now you may remember a few years before I suggested few stocks like REC, PFC, ITC and then BSE Limited. So they all have become multi-baggers in the last few years. But it does not mean that whatever stocks I am suggesting now will become multi-bagger in future. So past performance, there is no guarantee for future performance. So that's one. Now, before naming the stock, so what is the criteria I am using to invest for long term? Of course, I am not allowed to invest now until the end of next year, May, due to SEBI ban, but I can always ask my son to invest. First thing is that, if you observe Reliance Industries from 2008 to 2018, for a very long period, it has not gone anywhere. It has given almost zero return. And then from 2018 to 2021 or 2-3 years, it has shot up 4 times, 5 times. So the first thing is that, number one, you have to choose a very good quality stock. I do not believe in investing in micro cap, those kind of things, a very, very small cap stocks. So for me, when it comes to any investment, I look for 3 things called SLR. Number 1, safety. Number 2, liquidity. And number 3, only the return. And safety first. There are some small companies, they can even disappear. There are many examples. Of like Geetanjali Gems, for example, one I remember now. So there are hundreds and hundreds of companies have disappeared from the markets. So why stay with the large cap stocks, so that you are either large cap stocks, but if I go for mid cap, I go for the government related stocks like REC, PFC. They are not large cap stocks, but they are government stocks. Staying with the large cap stocks, the safety is very good. And then liquidity, so these are the large cap stocks, the liquidity will be very, very high. So tomorrow, if you feel bad, you just want to throw it, no matter what is the loss, you can just throw. And finally, only the return. So return is the third criteria. Okay. So for investment, so what I'm looking now, a stock that has not performed very well for a long time. And now there are some signs of good prospects in future. Maybe something related to that particular stock or industry, some things are changing. So that is the right time to invest, in my opinion. Without delaying further, let me talk about my first stock is HDFC Bank. Number 1, why HDFC Bank? That's because the entire HDFC group has been underperforming for the last 3 years. Whether you talk about HDFC Bank or HDFC or HDFC AMC or HDFC Life, all the group stocks. Some leadership change was there, then HDFC merger was there with the HDFC Bank. So because of all these things, so markets, have not been kind to HDFC group for the last 3 years. But however, this is one of the top business group in India, so they will always rise from the fall. So that is one thing. Second thing, now look at the global economy. The US interest rates, I think they are somewhere near the peak. It may not be peak, but at least it is somewhere near the peak. Going forward, next 1 year or 2 year, the interest rates are likely to go down further in global markets. So, as a spillover effect, in India also interest is likely to go down because our inflation is always under control. So, the lower the interest rates, the people will be tempted to borrow more, their affordability will be higher. So, they will be buying cars and houses and etc., white goods, So, HDFC Bank is basically, a retail lending bank. They are not corporate lending bank. So, because of that, so in future, next 1 to 2 years, due to the downward trajectory of interest rates, so the banking stocks are likely to do well, and particularly HDFC Bank is likely to do well. That fits my criteria. A long-term underperformance, the future business prospects is good. So this is one stock. Now the second stock is Infosys. If you can remember, at some point of time, I think in 2021, Nifty traveled from 12,000 to 18,000, a 6,000 point, which was 50% increase. That major contribution came from IT sector. I remember during that period, Infosys has shot up from 700 to 1,400. It has almost doubled. So, major contribution for the growth of Indian stock market is coming from IT stocks. But however, every now and then, since the year 2000 dot-com bubble, so these IT stocks came under severe selling pressure, and then uniformly in the next few years, so they were recovered, so they have beaten the benchmark indices. So Infosys is also down for the last 2 years, and so then most of the IT stocks are not doing well, mainly because US interest rates are higher. So because of that, IT stocks are falling in US. When the IT stocks are falling there, here also they are falling. However, going forward for the next 1 to 2 years, so the new buzzword everywhere is artificial intelligence. So if this artificial intelligence will throw a bigger opportunities for IT stocks. So therefore, same thing, Infosys also fits my criteria. Long-term underperformance, the future business prospects is good. HDFC Bank and Infosys are worth investing. I asked my son to invest some money in Infosys. He has already invested, and now I may be asking him to buy some HDFC Bank shares also. But he is already holding some shares through the futures and options, but I will suggest him to buy in cash market. Now, coming to the disclaimers. Number 1, this is my view. My view can go wrong. That is number 1. So if you think that your view will always go right, you check with your wife and she will tell you how many times you are wrong. And number 2, past performance is no guarantee for future performance. And number 3, stock market returns are subject to market risk. Anything can happen from now to 2025 over a period of next 2 years. And the next one, do not go and buy the shares at one go. So you buy some shares, and then if the price goes up or down, so if the price goes down, you can buy an average, and otherwise time averaging you can do. That's called SIP. I feel that for the next 2 years, so these two stocks can outperform. So let us see whether my view goes right or wrong. I will come back to you in October 2025. Hope you enjoyed watching this video. Thank you for watching.